The story begins in old Japan. We see a place called Akeo, where feudal lords still rule. Some samurai bring in a strange boy they have captured. The boy's name is Kai, but no one knows where he came from. Everyone suspects that he might be some kind of ghost or spirit. They do not want to keep him in their land because his skin is very pale, and they are afraid of him. However, the lord of that region, Lord Asano, says that the boy will stay there. Asano's daughter, Mika, also likes the boy, and soon the two of them become friends. The boy grows up in that same land, always different from everyone else. People treat him like an outsider. Still, he remains grateful for the kindness of the Asano family and for Mika's friendship. One day, some hunters go to capture a beast that has terrified the villagers. The creature is enormous and has 6 eyes. It can even lift horses into the air. We then see a samurai named Yasuno whose sword falls, leaving him trapped in front of the beast. Kai risks his life and kills the creature. He not only saves Yasuno's life, but also returns his sword to him. Yasuno says with disgust, "It would have been better if I had died. This impure one saved me." Disgusting. Everyone already believes that Kai is different. Soon, the other samurai arrive and assume that Yasuno killed the beast. Yasuno stays silent and takes all the credit. Before leaving, Kai sees a strange white fox staring at him. Its 2 eyes are different colors. Meanwhile, in another region called Nagato, the same white fox goes to their lord, Lord Kira. Suddenly, the fox transforms into a beautiful woman. She is actually Kira's spy. She informs him that their plan to eliminate Lord Asano has failed. When the hunters return, Mika welcomes her father and asks if he is hurt. Asano jokingly says, "Are you worried about someone special?" We then learn why killing the 6-eyed beast was so important. A grand tournament hosted by the shogun is about to take place, and everything must be perfect. Asano is very pleased with Mika's work and tells her that if her mother were alive, she would be proud. That night, Mika goes to Kai, who is badly injured, and takes care of him. She mentions Yasuno and says that while everyone was praising him, there was shame in his eyes. Kai realizes that Mika knows the truth. He quickly says that he does not want any trouble and asks her to leave. He also tells her that he will always love her, but their places in life are different. Soon, the day of the shogun's grand event arrives. A woman appears who looks familiar. Her eyes are 2 different colors, just like the fox from the forest. Kai finds this strange and tells Oishi. They do not know that Oishi's son, Chikara, overhears them. Kai says that there is a witch among them, but Oishi reminds him that only demons can see a witch's true face and asks how Kai knows this. The next day, the festival continues and Lord Kira arrives. He speaks politely to Lord Asano, though they secretly hate each other. Kira mockingly says, "What a beautiful concubine you have." Furious, Asano replies, "She is my daughter. Speak with respect." After the performance, it is time for the duel between the 2 regions. Kira's warrior is extraordinary and impresses everyone. Kira taunts Mika, saying he is sure her father's chosen warrior will be just as strong. However, no one has much faith because Asano chose Yasuno, believing he killed the 6-eyed beast. Just before the fight, the fox woman visits Yasuno, and he seems strangely changed. When Chikara goes to bring him, Yasuno does not appear fit to fight. Kai suggests choosing someone else, but there is no time. Only a samurai may fight. Since samurai wear masks, no one will know who is behind one. After a long wait, Akeo's warrior finally arrives. His entrance is not as impressive as his opponent's, but at least he has come. However, Kira's warrior quickly overwhelms him. A single arrow knocks off his mask, revealing Kai. The shogun stops the fight and immediately recognizes that Kai is not a samurai. He orders that Kai be killed. Mika stands in front of Kai to protect him. Lord Asano apologizes and takes the blame, saying he alone should be punished. The shogun agrees and leaves the matter to them. That evening, the witch explains her plan to Kira. She will seize the entire region from Lord Asano. She conjures a spider with 6 eyes, the same terrifying creature from before. The spider poisons Asano, causing him to hallucinate that Kira is attacking Mika. In confusion, Asano attacks Kira in reality. Samurai rush in to stop him, and Kira pretends to be the victim. For attacking a guest, Asano is sentenced to death. However, to preserve his honor, he is allowed to commit seppuku. Before dying, Asano tells Oishi that this is better than public execution. Oishi argues that it is unjust, but Asano only cares about protecting his family's honor. He bids farewell to Mika, telling her not to cry or show weakness. Oishi prepares his sword, and the samurai witness Asano's death. They want revenge, but Oishi warns that open war will endanger innocent people. Mika asks the shogun to let her govern until she marries, but it is already decided. Lord Kira now rules Akeo. Mika is given 1 year to mourn, after which she will marry Kira. Oishi and the others are declared Ronin, masterless samurai, and forbidden from seeking revenge. Kira expels all Ronin from the land and orders their execution if found. Kai is dragged in chains. Kira cruelly tells Mika to look at him one last time. Oishi is imprisoned for a year. When released, he learns that Kai has been sold into slavery. Oishi eventually finds Kai forced to fight brutally for entertainment. Disguised as a fighter, Oishi enters the ring to reach him. Kai, hardened and broken, does not even recognize him at first. Only when Oishi mentions Mika does Kai regain awareness. They escape together. Kai is no longer the quiet boy. He is angry and fierce. Oishi admits he should have believed him about the witch. They gather allies, planning to kill Lord Kira, even though it defies the shogun's order. They travel to a swordsmith village, now conquered by Kira. When soldiers confront them, Kai swiftly defeats them. Realizing they cannot obtain weapons there, Kai reveals his secret. They must seek weapons in the Tengu forest. He said that they could go there, to the place where he had grown up among spirits and demons. He even swore that he would never use the magic they had given him. Oishi did not like Kai's talk about ghosts and spirits, but he had no other choice. He had to take revenge no matter what. Just then, one of their men arrived with information about Lord Kira's next visit. However, on his way he encountered a beautiful girl and became distracted. Her eyes were very unusual. She asked him, "What is your name?" Meanwhile, Oishi's men carefully entered the forest. They asked about the northern direction, and Kai warned them that spirits lived there. After that, Oishi and Kai entered a dark cave while the others remained outside. If too many people entered together, the spirits would become angry. Kai warned Oishi, "No matter what happens, do not draw your sword. Remember this, no matter what." Outside the cave, the Ronin began talking among themselves. They could not understand why Oishi trusted Kai so much. After some discussion, they decided they did not trust Kai at all. What if he had taken Oishi inside to have him killed? Despite being strictly told not to, they decided to enter the cave as well. Inside, Kai went alone into an inner chamber. Soon, a strange-looking man approached him. He and Kai began talking about the outside world, about how people like Kai were treated badly, called impure blood, rejected everywhere without any fault of their own. Yet in the world of spirits, he had never been wronged. He had been accepted there. Outside in another chamber, Oishi was shocked by the hatred he saw among his men. Suddenly, Yasuno drew his sword without reason. A strange fight began, and a voice echoed in Oishi's mind, repeatedly telling him, "Draw your sword. Save your men." Restlessly, Oishi tried to help without unsheathing his sword, but one by one his men kept falling. Meanwhile, Kai demanded the sword that was embedded between him and the spirit. The spirit said, "Yes, you may take it, but only if you can grab it before I do." Both leaped into the air toward it, but Kai was faster. The spirit was pleased to see that Kai still possessed such speed. Back in the other chamber, chaos continued. In truth, the Ronin had never entered the cave at all. It had all been an illusion, a test of Oishi's faith and determination. When Kai returned, he carried several swords with him. The Ronin now stood outside in the open air again. Isegai was there and reported that Lord Kira would be leaving his palace that very night. Oishi received the message, but failed to notice that Isegai's eyes had become cloudy. Chikara wanted to join the fight, but his father refused, leaving him behind with an old man. That night, the Ronin secretly infiltrated the trap. A long-haired figure was performing a ritual, waiting for Oishi to approach. Suddenly, the figure turned. It was the witch. With a wave of her hand, fire erupted everywhere. Many were killed, and several Ronin were badly injured. Inside the castle, the witch handed Lord Kira a sword and said, "This once belonged to Oishi." She mocked Mika, telling her how she had single-handedly destroyed the remaining forces of her father. During their conversation, the witch deliberately left a dagger near Mika, giving her an idea. Back at the Ronin camp, it was revealed that the witch had been wrong. Yes, many were injured, but most had survived. Oishi admitted his mistake. They should not have waited so long. They must take revenge immediately, win or lose. Even if they died, they would die with honor. Kai said they could still finish what they had started. Since Kira believed they were all dead, they now had a major advantage. At dawn, they would have another opportunity to attack. On their way, Kai recognized a troupe of performers who had previously visited the region. When stopped, the performers explained they were going to perform at Lord Kira's wedding. This inspired a new plan. The Ronin fully understood that they might not return. It was dangerous. They could lose their lives. So they wrote down their story, what they were about to do and why, so future generations would remember. All of them signed it. Kai signed as well. He was no longer an outsider among them. Yasuno finally admitted before everyone that it was Kai who had killed the six-eyed beast, not him. Though late, he apologized. He also gave Kai a second sword, explaining that a samurai always carries two swords. That night, a grand ceremony was to begin. Kira's castle was heavily guarded. The performers were allowed inside, and unnoticed among them, Kai and Oishi entered the castle. Soon Mika, dressed in wedding attire, was brought before Kira, and the performance began. While everyone watched the show, the Ronin quietly climbed the castle walls and began eliminating the guards one by one. They worked so cleanly that no suspicion arose. Whenever one guard fell, another Ronin would silently take his place. On stage, people applauded a fire performance, unaware of the real battle unfolding. But suddenly, the witch sensed something was wrong. Oishi, disguised, began performing tricks. Meanwhile, while eliminating 3 samurai, something went wrong, and one fired an arrow that grazed Oishi's arm. His attempt to attack Kira failed. Kira's men quickly shielded him and Mika with arrows and rushed them away. The Ronin pursued them as battles erupted throughout the castle. Kai single-handedly cut down numerous enemies. Kira sent his deadliest warrior to confront the Ronin. Everyone feared him, but a Ronin threw burning gunpowder into the weapons chamber. A massive explosion followed, killing Kira's powerful samurai. The witch transformed and flew away. Seizing the moment, Mika grabbed the dagger hidden in her wedding dress and attacked Kira. Realizing she could not kill him, she escaped. The castle had turned into a battlefield. After some time, Kai and Mika met again. Just as Kai said that no one could separate them now, the witch returned and transformed into a massive dragon. Kai declared that he was not afraid. She attacked him with fire, but with the special sword, Kai blocked every strike and counterattacked fiercely. Meanwhile, only a thin wall separated Oishi and Kira. They smashed through it and engaged in a fierce duel. Both were formidable fighters. During Kai's battle with the dragon, his sword slipped from his hand. As the dragon lunged toward Mika, Kai finally used his hidden powers to reclaim the sword and delivered a devastating strike. The dragon crashed to the ground, slowly transforming back into the witch. The blow was fatal. Inside the castle, Oishi defeated Kira and ultimately beheaded him, presenting the head to end the war forever. With Kira dead, his soldiers surrendered. All 47 Ronin returned to AKO with Princess Mika. They placed their swords on Lord Asano's grave, and Oishi declared that their revenge was complete. In the end, Princess Mika confessed her love to Kai, and love blossomed between them. If you liked the video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.